Back from its maritime air surveillance flight, this RSAF Fokker 50 Maritime Patrol Aircraft, or MPA, lands in Djibouti in temperatures over 40 degrees centigrade. Like its task group counterpart, the MPA supports international counter-piracy efforts in the Gulf of Aden. Deployed to Djibouti from April to July 2011, it provides the multinational Combined Task Force 151 with an enhanced sea situation picture, as well as to locate and investigate suspicious vessels in the Gulf of Aden.
This is the furthest and the longest deployment for the Fokker 50 so far. And in terms of operations, it's the first time we've been deployed to this area of the world, and it's our job to look out for suspicious things on board boats that may indicate pirate intent.
According to the locals, it rains only 3 to 4 times a year in Djibouti, and temperatures have hit record highs of over 50 degrees centigrade. It's not only hot, but also very sandy, which is not good for the MPA.
If the sand actually trap on the landing gears bearing, it will actually cause damage to the bearing, or even to the engine. It may trap onto the turbine itself, and it's not so good for the turbine. We actually put on the sand cover. The purpose of sand cover is actually to minimize the sand being trapped in the engine and also the landing gears.
The day starts very early for the detachment. First on the flight line are the ground support crew, who get busy preparing the MPA for the day's operations. Next come the MPA air crew after their pre-flight brief. The 6-man team, comprising 2 pilots, 2 sensor operators, 1 technical coordinator and an aircrew specialist, flies 7 hours straight over the waters of the Gulf of Aden. Looking at a huge body of water below, you wonder how the aircrew is ever going to spot anything in all of that.
What we are looking for here is much more of it's more of a small size contact. When I say contact in terms of small size vessels, what they have here is they call it a skiff, which is almost like a small sampan. So that in itself already poses a challenge.
The MPA has sensor systems such as the surface radar and an infrared detection system that picks up information on different contacts, which are then fed to the technical coordinator, or TECO for short.
Be it merchant ship or small size vessel or warships. All this information we will narrow down that, okay, this is suspicious, or can be a possible pirate ship based on a lot of factors. And from there we'll decide, okay, let's do a photo run over this contact. We'll take photographs and determine if there's any indicators of piracy activities.
As the MPA flies over the suspicious contact, it's Second Warrant Officer Viramutu's job to take these photos, which are then transmitted wirelessly to the sensor operators for further analysis.
There are a lot of contacts in the area of operations, and they are rather small. So when you take the photograph, you have to make sure that you can take a very sharp picture. We use the windows at the back, both left and right, and the windows can be opened in flight to take the photograph. And also from the universal shoot, where we drop our marine markers for search and locate mission, the pictures are clear. So actually we can find out what we really want to know about the contact of interest.
All information collected on board are sorted and collated into a post-flight report for use by Combined Task Force 151 and other shore units for use in their own counter-piracy operations. The MPA also uses the information for real-time guidance of coalition ships out at sea.
The Fokker 50 is a force multiplier, meaning that basically it add strength to the existing surface ships by telling them where the enemies are so that they can action upon it. In this case, our job is to search for the pirates and to tell the ships where the pirates are so that they can sail near to the pirates and to action upon it.
This is a very important strategic waterway that also affects not only the world but also Singapore. So as a maritime nation, Singapore has to play its part in ensuring the safety of the seas for all.
Seeing how far we have deployed from Singapore and contributing towards the nation and international community actually gives us a very big sense of satisfaction.
It's actually much more challenging when you take off or land on the ship.
We need to be careful and watch our steps.
For the ship, there is only this much that we can see. With the helicopters on board, it's definitely an extension to our eyes.